It's about going ahead, learning what's going on, and just moving on from that. So coaching staff, Mike Budd, Don Newman, me, May, Brad Brown, and a gentleman that's not here right now, and that's PJ Carlissimo. I wish PJ was here for me to tell this story, but he's not, so I can embellish all I want to. But that core group, and that's not to discredit any of the coaches now, especially John Vaughn and Chad Forcier and Chip England, but PJ had a way of just communicating with me. He had a special way. And there was a time when Pop was going off in the 2005 finals. We're in the locker room, we're getting rocked by Detroit. And he says, Tony, what are you doing? Hell, our worst ball handler, Bruce Bowen, is bringing the ball up. And now this is classic PJ. I look at PJ, and PJ goes, he's right. So to all my former teammates that are here, I appreciate it. Sean Marks, Danny Ferry. Danny, I'm trying my best to follow your instructions right now. Mike Ben, and again, John Vaughn. It was such an honor to play with you guys, and I think it only allowed me to be a better person. It allowed me to be a better person to share the floor with these three gentlemen right here. I think TD and I are probably the closest out of all of us here. And I tell him about moments. Moments are that rare occasion where you can reflect and think about some of the wonderful times that you've shared with individuals. And, I know we know him as the big fundamentals, the guy that sets the tone. He's also a guy that I consider a brother as well. Throughout all the battles that we've gone through, when I first got to San Antonio, I told him one time, I said, man, Tim, have you ever noticed that everybody takes pictures of me whenever you're around me? 2112, baby, 2112. It's such a pleasure and an honor to play with Tim, and I thank him for this moment right now. All the times that I'm driving to the basket and I envision something special, but then reality comes in, and Tim made it look so easy, and I'm still, gravity is pulling me down a lot quicker. And I hear, drop it! Drop it means pass the ball to him. Some days I heard it, some days I didn't. And if the shot went in, he was the first one to be like, there you go, there you go. But if I missed it, I tried not to look at him. And he would find a way to say, hey, come here. We're going to put that away now, right? And all I could do was go, as I will continue on, it's the relationships that you create with individuals. And this one here, I am so glad I did not treat Tony bad when I was in France. It would have been so detrimental to me because, you know, he could have came here and not passed me the ball. Well, he didn't pass a lot anyway. There's different relationships, and I've always had this affection for Tony as a little brother. You know, I saw the things that he had to deal with as far as representing the country. I didn't say representing your hood. I didn't say representing your university. Not even your city, but your country. So many times where I looked at him and I see this maturity way beyond his years, and all I could do for that was say, hey, I want to help him out as much as I can, pull him aside at different times, when he wears red Timberland boots on the plane, with some red sweats. I said, Tony, you believe me, you believe me. I can only say that now because, oui, oui. But, you know, because there is a situation at the Alamo Dome with Tony, these guys played a little prank on him. You know, they took his shoes and they did something to him. And I didn't tell him anything I was going to do for him. So I went and I got AD and Malik Rose shoes, and I filled them up with lotion. That was the last time you messed with your shoes, right? So don't pick on him as long as I'm around. Even for some funny games. Because he has a mission. And in that mission, it was so many times where TB, he'd come to me and say, we have a day off, why are you here? Working out. I said, TP, I don't have the juice you have. And I think that connection started with us even then, because I think Tony appreciated the fact that someone could break it down a little bit and admit the fact that you're just a tad bit quicker than me, Tony. Just a little hunting. Your tad is getting bigger, though. This is a tad. But again, you know, my little brother, I look out for him, and again, I'm that proud guy that stand up there where I see him going in the lane, spinning and finishing over 3 bigs, and I can't. I can barely finish a sentence. So, you know, then Manu was coming in, and I remember when he came in. Excited about Manu. You know, I heard all the wonderful things about him. He played in Italy, was European Player of the Year, but he's not from Europe. He's from South America. You guys, he doesn't like when people say that. I know. So he comes in, and all I could think of was Salsa Danilovic. Now that's a player that used to play in Europe, and we had a teammate, Rasha Lesterovich, just thought the world of Sasha. But Sasha was soft. With a capital S, capital O, capital F, capital T, soft. First day of practice, I gave Manu a little nudge, like, welcome. Bienvenidos. ¿Quieres is that in spite of all that, he looked at me like, is that it? That's when I knew, because I feel like I got some stuff going on up here where I can figure things out. That's when I knew that this was a guy that was trying to get you the ball, that's a special guy. I can't even go any further without talking about having 5-0 behind me, 5-0. As an example of the community, you know, I'm still amazed at things with Carver Academy. I mean, education is the key. So, you know, with all these guys, they've taken a lot of heat from Pop for me. And I mean a lot of heat. And there'd be times where Pop was saying, don't throw it to Bruce, don't take it to me, just give it to Bruce. And then Timmy looked at me like, all right now, what you gonna do? And I said, where's Tony? Where's Manu? But I say those things, all fun and jokes aside, that in spite of the limit, the lack of athleticism that Sean Elliott would point out on TV, they trusted me. And at the end of the day, you have your ups and your downs with your teammates, with your family. And to know that someone trusts you and know that you're going to be there for them at all times and do your best, I think that's what it's all about. And I owe everything to them for that trust. I stand here today humbled by all your support and the loyalty of San Antonio. Organizations that I've ever been a part of, and an organization that continues to look out for me and my best interests. I truly thank Pop, I thank RC, I thank Mr. Holt, I thank all of you for allowing me to have this moment, fellas. That it's not about trying to be someone else. It's about staying in your own lane. As Tim would always tell me, KYP, know your personnel, know what you can do. And as I stand here in front of my kids, one's picking his nose right now, but that's all right. The best you can do in life is to get back up and try again. With all the things that transpired with me on the court, 40 points for this player, 37 for that one, my whole thought process was, it's going to be the toughest that they ever had. And then when I have another chance to go against them, I'm going to make sure I can do a better job so I can help these guys